Appreciate the opportunity to be here at the start of START. I think that's great that we're putting together, that there's a coalition out there that's going to be in the trenches, hitting the ground on this issue. It's appropriate at the start of the session to be talking about this, and I'm hoping at the end of the session, and I haven't quite figured out how the acronym would work, if we have finish or end. I mean, I want to get it done this session in 2011. Clearly, we have the needs. I mean, if you look at over the last several years with the Great Recession and the fiscal constraints that Maryland, like many other states, has faced, our Transportation Trust Fund has been depleted. And the result of that is there is a backlog, a huge backlog in the tens of billions of dollars of projects that aren't getting done. We have the resources to keep up with the maintenance and the road repair and the bridge repair that needs to be done, but we're getting very, very close to only being able to do just that if we don't take action and take action immediately. It's my belief that we need to, and it's a very difficult climate to be suggesting this, to be doing this, and that's why it's so important to kick this off with this coalition and to grow the numbers and be on the ground with respect to my colleagues in the Senate and the House and with the governor, is we need to move forward this session a transportation revenue package. We cannot wait another year. And the dollars we're talking about is in the hundreds of million, perhaps as close to $1 billion new transportation dollars on an annual basis that we need in the trust fund. I'm working on legislation to try to put together a revenue package to do just that. As part of that, though, and it's the second T, I guess, the trust aspect of it in the start, is we need to say that there's trust with the Transportation Trust Fund. And part of this legislation is going to include a constitutional amendment that's an applause on. Okay, come on. Because if we go to me and you, to many of my colleagues, and then to the voters to say we need new revenues to meet our transportation and infrastructure needs, I want to be able to go to them and say this money will go to transportation. And it's something that, I'm in Montgomery County, we have a lot of transit, but it's also roads, which are important to me in Montgomery County as well. But it's also the needs from Garrett County all the way to the Eastern Shore with respect to our port, which is a moneymaker, with respect to BWI, Thurgood Marshall Airport, which is a moneymaker. We need to make sure we're continuing to make investments there as well, and that is part of this. I look at this as a short-term stimulus, and when I mean short-term, over the next 5, 6, 7 years, for a long-term investment that will help us be competitive from an economic development perspective. And so I believe we need to do this year. We need to do it with the trust in it, have a constitutional amendment, and get new revenues. And making sure that our locals have I see some participants in here from local government as well, making sure that they have the resources as well, because we're a partnership with them in making sure that our road and transportation infrastructure is there for us into the future. So thank you very much. I look forward to working with you over these next few weeks and months so we can get to finish.